How many of you love going on road trips? Quick raise, show of hands. I loved it. Back when I was in Tampa, Florida in 2017, it was around Christmas time. Me and my roommate Avi decided to stay at home and spend Christmas. As the holidays approached, our minds started to change and we started to look for flights from Tampa, Florida, cheapest flights, I would say, all over the US. And we found a pretty reasonable flight to Philadelphia for $62 and we booked it right away. Did I say that I booked a one-way flight? Yes. The return flight was expensive. We decided to drive all the way along from Philadelphia and we made plans to go to Poconos Mountain in Philadelphia and we made all of the reservations. The D-Day came. The flight was 2 hours away from where we resided back then at Tampa, Florida. We were supposed to fly from Southwest International Florida Airport. The drive was around 2 hours and 7 minutes, and we started morning 2:30 a.m. to board our flight, which was about to start at 6 a.m. We boarded the flight. There was no hassles. We slept a little bit on the flight, and we reached Philadelphia. From Philadelphia, we headed to the enterprise that we booked. My friend Avinash had a student discount in Enterprise. He booked a 3-day car trip for a pretty reasonable price. We booked a Uber and headed over to the rental car place. And since the reservation was under his name, he handed over his driver's license. It was supposed to take 5 minutes from the time of giving the check-in and providing the car keys. On that day, it was taking unusually longer. The person at the counter was inspecting the driver's license for a long time. We were wondering why. And then he let us know that there was a temporary driver's license icon on the Florida driver's license. For starters, the temporary word is affixed to all immigrants who are on a immigrant visa basically. So we have driven a lot of times. Even early in the morning, we had rented the Enterprise to reach the airport. We were arguing with them, but everything fell on deaf ears. All that person suggested was we can provide an alternate ID like a passport, but unfortunately, neither of us had the passport at that time, and we both had only Florida license. Our entire return trip depended on this. We were little bit worried whether our road trip was actually happening. A lot of thoughts were going in our head. Then we decided to proceed on what we can do next. We searched for different car rental places in Philadelphia and we were searching pretty much for all the options, all the, if you have heard of Turo, and we searched for Hertz, Enterprise, you name it, and we searched pretty much in all the sites. And to our dismay, all we found was sold out. It was a holiday season. We were getting a little bit anxious. So, what we are going to do? And then we decided, okay, let's expand our search area from Philadelphia to the neighboring New Jersey. Then we started searching for the rental car places. It took another 15 to 20 minutes to find our car. We were happy. We found a mid-sized sedan car in Enterprise in Philadelphia, which was 40 minutes away. Then we booked the Uber to go there. Just when we were boarding the Uber, I got a call which I safely ignored. I was happy to relax and sit in the car and stretch my legs. 40 minutes passed and we reached their Enterprise car place in New Jersey. As I got down, I was just looking at the missed call. No, there was an additional voicemail. I was wondering what it was. Is my day getting from bad to worse? I was just looking further and started to listen to the voicemail. All it suggested was, hey, we are calling from Enterprise Place in New Jersey. By accident, we confirmed your reservation. Please don't head here. Then we still headed inside and we explained our situation to the person at the counter. All that person told was there were a couple of cars. One was a hatchback, other one was a Dodge truck. There was one more person who also needed a car like us. We were trying to convince that person that we needed a mileage efficient car to travel long distance. To our luck, that person agreed and we got our blue color mileage efficient hatchback car when compared to the fuel gobbler truck. We were happy and we headed to the Poconos Mountain all by drive and we had a pretty great time doing snow tubing as well as ziplining. It was a pretty wonderful trip that I was pleasure to be part of, and our return trip comprised of a long drive from Poconos and we stopped at Fayetteville, North Carolina, and we halted for the night and then we headed back to Tampa with one more stop in Savannah. It was a great trip. Road trips are always a pleasure. Just I'm looking forward to go on another road trip, which will be a memorable one. Mr. Toastmaster.